All right, so we just finished watching the main event here with the great Mr. Beto Duran. My man, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. It was a really fun fight. I was on the play-by-play for the Zone alongside Sergio Moore. If you can probably hear it in my voice right now, a little sore right now because we had 5 fights on the Zone. 4 of them ended in stoppages. So it was a fun night at the Forum, bro.
Yeah, I was there for the whole thing, man, and that's crazy that most of the fights, just about all of them, ended in stoppages. But let's talk a little bit about the main event. Santillans comes in, coming into this fight, nobody's really talking about him. He's not far from here. He's from San Diego, man. He's got a great record, but the guy just does not get the notoriety that he should. Do you think what happened tonight, will get people talking about him?
You knock out Alexis Rocha in the way that you did, wow. A lot of people would have talked about you. And to your point, though, why weren't they talking about Giovanni Santillans? Well, he was the underdog coming into it. He's 31-0. And if you talk to him, he's soft-spoken. He talks with his hands. Doesn't talk with his mouth, right? I've known Giovanni for a while. No, he was a Thompson boxing fighter. So he used to be at the Doubletree Hotel, just like me. You go in there, and I'll say this, and I would say Giovanni was a boring fighter because he was so good that he would beat his opponents and he would go the distance with them. He was just, Giovanni was next level, he was good. You always wanted with Giovanni Santillans to see him get out of third gear. Tonight, the dude put it in 5th and just ran him over. And I even said on the broadcast, like, where's this guy been? If this had been Giovanni Santillans a couple years ago, we'd all be talking about him. He wouldn't have been the 3-1 underdog. But Giovanni Santillans, the way that he performed tonight, this is what people have always wanted to see, but we never saw it. And Giovanni will be the first one to tell you. Like 5 of his last 6 fights had gone the distance against guys who weren't on his level. And you're like, okay, he has a good record, but against what? Against who? What's he doing? And he shut us all up tonight, man. I'm happy for him. Great guy, great performance. And my goodness, he is making some big noise in 147 now.
Yeah, no, I'm one of those guys that he shut up too, man, because I was favoring Alexis Rocha, and this was a Rocha crowd. I mean, I'm gonna say probably like 80%.
80, all of them.
Yeah, just about,
the only people that were Team Santillans were the people sitting behind me, and those were his relatives. But that's another point about Giovanni. He's never worried about selling tickets. He's never worried about that. It's like the boxing is going to take care of itself. And Rocha, I've known him since he turned pro. He was the favorite tonight. But we said it on the broadcast. Alexis Rocha, this is a 50-50 fight. This is a dangerous fight. But he even said, if you want to be great, you got to fight these kind of guys. You know, Lex lost to Rashid Ellis, turned it around. He lost this fight. But it wasn't the fact that he lost. It's how he lost.
Right.
And this isn't nothing against Alexis, but it was just a perfect night for Giovanni Santillans. So if you didn't know his name before, dude, you know him now.
Yeah, and you know what? It was not too long ago that people were talking about maybe Rocha versus Crawford, right?
Yeah, well, he's the mandatory.
Yeah, not too long ago, people were talking about that, man. This definitely, there was nothing boring about Gio tonight.
No.
And like I was saying earlier, you cannot say this was a lucky punch.
No.
You cannot say well, he zigged where he should have zagged. No, he dominated the fight all the way through.
From the first punch of the night, it was Santillans. And Lex is the taller fighter. Lex is, the guy who had everything on the side, and he was the mandatory. And Giovanni Santillans, the way that he beat him down, the way that he tore him apart. And Lex, in that last round, Lex came out swinging. The round before that, he got dropped twice, but Lex got up and he recovered. He was fine, he was good, but he got tagged. And just never saw Alexis tonight be first. Giovanni Santillans was first and last.
Yeah. What do you want to see next from, well, let's start with Rocha. What do you want to see next from him?
Well, Rocha for sure needs to go back to the drawing board. His corner was telling him, you're staying in the pocket too long, you're training with him too long. So you got to clean up the adjustments. But, this is a fight that was going to happen. They're going to run it back again. They could probably do it twice, 3 times. This is a fight where Alexis Rocha, you don't count him out. He's still young, 26 years old, so if you figure things out, he might be a smoke show. You never know what's going to happen with that guy. But you never know, because a guy like Alexis Rocha, you don't count him out. He'll go back to the drawing board, figure things out, go back and adjust. 26, and he has the right attitude. Even when Lex went down, you saw him get up and trade. A lot of heart. Don't count him out.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be back. He still has fans. I'm sure he'll, make a little bit of noise
and
here
talent.
And there.
A lot of talent.
Yes, and a lot of heart, man. Gio, what do you want to see from Gio next? I mean, now he's 32-0 with 17 knockouts, man. And hopefully he gets, a little bit more known. But what do you want to see next from Gio?
I want to see him keep fighting like this.
Okay.
This is what I want to see. And when you fight your way out of the Doubletree Hotel, the late great Mr. Ken Thompson's promotion, Thompson Boxing, R.I.P. When you fight out of there, you know you're tough. Like that's produced Jose Lopez, Tim Bradley, so many fighters that, Mauricio Herrera, who've gone on to great things. What I want to see for Giovanni Santillans is build on this momentum. He's a name, and if the division clears up, where Bud moves up, Earl Spence moves up, Virgil Ortiz moves up, it's wide open. So Santillans is knocking on the door, man. Just keep on doing what you're doing, Gio. Great guy. Alexis Rocha, great guy also. I wouldn't be surprised if we see this rematch of the year.
Wow. All right. Hey, you guys heard it from the man himself, man. Berto, thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate it, man. Good luck to you. Congrats on you and all the hard work you're doing, man. You out there putting in the work, man. Everybody says I want a podcast. Everybody says I want to do this. I want to do that. You got to grind, bro. So keep on hustling, man.
I appreciate you, Carnal. Have a good one.